Hey guys, welcome to the NZO Offroader D-Max build series. So together with West Auckland NZO, we're going to kit out this brand new 2019 D-Max for NZO Offroader exclusively. First things we're going to start off with is a bull bar. Front protection is a big thing. We're going to be putting on the Rockarmor bull bar that we bring in from Australia ourselves. You may notice the grills change a little bit. Thanks to Auto Prestige for kitting this out. I'll bring that up in another video. In the meantime, we'll get the front of this truck off. We'll show you a few tips and techniques of doing a bull bar exchange and go from there. So guys, well, that's the first impact zone thing that comes off. Basically this is the area that would go under the factory bumper, and in an incident of a crash, it basically go off. It would have an impact zone of where the airbags would set to and whatnot, rather than just a plastic bumper. It's reinforcing behind the plastic bumper and all that sort of jargon. We take these all off because the new bull bar is set for the impact zone. This bracket down here, which comes for all the bull bars these days, is set for the airbag crush zone. So the airbag crush zone is actually done in the bracket rather than the bull bar itself. This is where it bolts to the chassis over here. In this case for the D-Max, it's got strengthening bars that go down here to the chassis and up to here and onto the bracket. Then from there, the bull bar will bolt onto these three holes here and vice versa on the other side. Now with mounting a winch, the winch mounts to the plate. So the plate itself is fixed to the chassis, so then when you're winching, the winch is actually winching the chassis out rather than the bar. So that way it's the strongest it can be, fixed to the chassis, so you're lifting the vehicle when you are winching. Nice and straightforward in the first part in the installation of a bull bar. So what we've got here is an extra strengthening brackets. So this has gone onto the factory chassis on the front mounting points where the impact zone would have been. These parts here go and strengthen it from behind. Basically bolt in around over the chassis to give it extra strengthening for not only the winch mounting but for the bar itself. Because again, as you can see, the impact zone is far exceeding where all of this is bolting up, but it makes the whole system much stronger. So that in the event of a crash, this area does exactly what it's designed to do, impact to let the airbags go off, but then it still saves your car from getting completely demolished as per what a bull bar should be doing. So we're almost at the point now where we can bolt the winch up before the bar goes on. Put all our brackets in here and whatnot, and on the bolts. We're just going to check over everything, make sure things are 100%. As you can see, the car is completely sort of taken apart now. We will put back what we need to and make sure everything's 100% tidy up behind here as we put the winch on. We're going to explain to you what winch we've gone with and the reasons behind that. So guys, here we have the Runva 11 XP Premium, either in 12 volt or 24. Great all-round winch. For what to provide on the market these days and what you can get, this is really an all-round great winch. First of all, it's got really good seals, more modern than most. It's got a really good gearbox setup, powerful motor, great free spool, and a nice speed to it as well. We'll get into it now and I'll show you what's inside of the box. So guys, here we are with the Runva 11 XP Premium Winch. This is the 11,000 pound winch. It's IP67 rated, which means it can handle up to a metre deep with a motor water for about half an hour with having no issues with the gearbox seals and motor seals. Nice good speed winch, and great strong gearbox. I've had this on another truck previously and been an absolute godsend. Other reason for this winch is a completely wireless remote. You turn on the isolator switch, winch remote on, and she's good to go. Awesome feature. Comes with a wire plug-in remote as well, which for in case your batteries are flat in the remote or whatnot, you've always got that option as well. It's got a winch saver, which you guys may have not seen before. So most winches come with a small hook. Can be a bit tricky for getting two loops of a strap around. These guys simply pull up to the fair lead. That's much easier. You can pull it right up tight, and then you put the shackle in and attach the strops to the shackle. Much simpler and easier, and actually much safer to use. Cool thing in this kit, you get a pulley block as well. So in another video we're going to show you exactly what the reason is for these and how to use them efficiently and effectively. But basically it doubles the power of the winch and half the speed and strain on the winch. So when you're doing a serious pull and the truck could be stuck under a log or under a ditch or whatnot, there's a bit of a bank you can't see in the front of the vehicle, this gives the winch twice the strength to be able to pull it up and out. This can also be set up to do angle pulls and whatnot. Yeah, really great feature that comes with this package rather than having to go and buy one aftermarket. The shackle that fits to the Winch Saver, got the fair lead in black, which is nice, contrasts with the bar well. Isolator switch, which is good, so Runva from factory, say use these, there's guaranteed no power draw from the winch to your battery, or whatever vehicle you may have it in, just to make sure that there's no draw and get your batteries flat out in the bush, wherever it may be. Got a multitude of brackets to attach the control box. Basically this would be onto the bar, straight to the control box. This is another one to attach it to the actual winch, and depending on how you're mounting it and what you're mounting it to set up to your desire. In this scenario, we're going to be installing the control box under the bar with the simple tab on top for putting the wired remote in, which will look quite tidy. So we'll get to that. Carry on with Josh here, get this winch cradle on, and get the winch installed. Well guys, we've got the bracket all bolted up now, and the winch bolted to that. So now we're going to get into the lights. So on the bull bars from Rockarmor, you get indicators, park lights and fog lights. So we're going to tee these into the park lights on the factory lights and the indicators in the factory lights. And in this LS model, it comes with factory fog lights, so we can wire that directly into the fog lights of the bar. Otherwise, if you don't have factory fog lights, we can easily set up a wiring loom to associate for those, and then on a switch or onto your high beam, whatever suits. For this, you need to undo the lights, get to the wiring at the back, and we'll tee these in. This doesn't damage the integrity of the factory wiring, it literally tees alongside and then it goes together with the bar and sits nicely once you're finished. Hey guys, well, we're getting back into it this morning. Yesterday afternoon we started off a little bit late and we're running out of daylight, so it's better to take our time and get into it in fresh light. Now don't be fooled, this is definitely a day process, if not less. We usually get a front bar knocked down in about half a day's time. So where we're at now is we've got the lights all hooked up with the wiring to hook onto the bar lights. Nothing to be wary of, is always take precaution. What I've done is I've used a masking tape over the guard here just to protect it in case when lifting the bar up you want to damage the paint or anything like that, as they can move around a wee bit. Simple thing with just a little bit of tape, just takes the edge off of anything that may touch it. Another thing we've done is we've stuck the winch controller under the bar, so it's completely unseen. So it's tucked behind the bar, so all you see is the remote plug-in, where you put your wild remote in for the winch. Otherwise it's completely hidden behind the bar, which we'll show you shortly. So as you can see here guys, what we've done is we've just taken the winch controller, and this is basically what's inside it when you've had the lid over the top. So we've undone it, and you've got your solenoid in here, and this is the wireless remote receiver. Then you've got your plug-in wired switch plug. Basically we're going to drill this into the bar, leave a nice clean finish on top of the bar, so all you see is this. This is a fully sealed unit, both of these are, so they're fine behind the bar, nice and safe. If you can fit the box back over, it gives a little less protection, but it's definitely not needed. So guys, here we have the clips that clip in the factory bumper up to the guard, and usually if you had to do a bumper cut for one of the bars, you'd keep these on. In this case this is a non-bumper cut bar. We can use the eyebrows that it comes with to tuck under the lights, so we can simply remove these. They set a couple of screws, pull them out nice and easy, and exposes over here, which the bar will cover over anyway, and then the eyebrow goes in under here. Nice and tidy finish, and also these being white, they won't stand out. Awesome guys, well the bar's all on now, she's all bolted up. We've aligned it up with the lights, with the eyebrows. Good thing about these is they've got a little bit of movement in them, so you can adjust them where they sit. One big thing to remember is having a gap between the bar and the body and the light. Good 10mm is ideal, so that way the bar can move independently of the body, so no cracking of the light or chipping of the paint if they were to come in contact. Another thing to remember is on the guard around the side, you make sure that they're in line. So as the guard comes around in circumference, the bar matches in to give a nice clean line, and you get a good approach angle then because of the bars completely lifted up further than a factory bumper would be. Right, we've got the winch all in there now, all wired up. Good thing with the Runvas, they come with an isolation switch, so it guarantees no power draw from the winch to the battery when you won't be using the winch. So you simply just turn this guy on, put your wireless remote on, and you're away to go. Josh is just finishing off the lights now on the bar, hooking those in, and we're going to get to it, get the grill on, get the protection plates on, and we should be good to go. Awesome, well here we've come to the end of the Rockarmor bar install on the 2019 D-Max. Equipped with the 11XP Premium Winch, great combination to any vehicle. This one especially, it's got no bumper cut and eyelets in between. We've finished off the bash plates underneath, protection for the bar, the winch wiring and whatnot, and all the general tidy up with the inner guards and whatnot where you need to trim them off to give a clean finish. So, as you know, this is the new NZOffroader D-Max. This is our personal vehicle. We've got a few things in store for it. As the beginning for the bar, front bar, we've got a rear bar, side steps, wheels and tyres, and a few other bits in between to give this thing a really cool look, plus some sign running. So make sure you keep an eye out. Now one big thing we want to get back from you guys is some feedback. Definitely keen to see you guys what you think of this bar and the winch install, and what more you want to see or what more you want to change about what we're doing and everything like that. Make sure you get some merch at the NZOffroader.com website. It's a great website, got plenty of products up there, and we're always keen to hear if you're looking out for something else more. Sweet as guys, well, now that she's kitted out, I think we're going to go and have to get and test it. As always, we'll catch you out on the tracks, and see you soon.